So I'd like to call the meeting of the Recreation Commission to order at 6:31 p.m. So present in the town hall, we have Josh, Emily, myself, and then via Zoom, we have Paige. So first thing I'd like to, the chair would look favorably upon an acceptance of the minutes from the March 6, 2024 meeting. Is there a motion?
Motion to accept minutes from the March 2024 meeting.
Okay, so motion by Paige, is there a second?
Second.
And second by Emily, so we have to do roll call. Josh, you're a voting member for today, so yes or no to vote, or to approve the minutes?
Yes.
Okay, Emily,
Yes.
Paige,
Yes.
and I myself am a yes. Great. Policies and procedures review and discussion. So we had that page that started with the participant statement of participation on it. Thanks. Does anybody have any questions about it? I can kind of go through the things that I just wanted to make an update on. Would you be able to run down and grab somebody at the door?
Yeah.
Thank you. So we'll just pause a moment while we grab another member. I just wrote on my paper that this was the February meeting. I don't know. I'm tired, apparently. That was a little off. That was my April Fool's joke to myself.
Still a little off.
Yeah, you're right. Hello. So, let the record show that Samantha has joined in person at Town Hall at 6:33. Thanks, Josh. All right. So I didn't have anything for the first paragraph. The second one under scholarships, where it said Appendix B and Appendix A, I couldn't find any appendixes with numbers on them. There's only one on the way last page. It just says appendix with no numbers or letters. But then I think it lists them out. So it says A, scholarship form, B, campshire form, campership form, stuff like that. So I think we just need to get those actual appendixes from either Melissa or the town manager. And then I didn't have anything for accounting or program records. Did anybody have anything for any of those paragraphs so far?
Christine, do you think those are standard, the appendices? Do you think those are standard?
That's what
forms?
I'm thinking or hoping, or like Melissa
Yeah.
maybe has them somewhere,
Like
or
separate?
yeah, or they're
Okay.
like, we just need to like review and make sure they're updated and stuff. So we'll have to ask her about
those.
that.
That's what I was wondering, is if they're
Okay.
even like outdated at this point.
Right. Yeah, considering some of the stuff
Yeah.
hasn't been updated since like 2009, 2013 or something like that. So we'll just look for those forms. And that's all I had for the program planning form and the program final report. Same thing, just want to see those. And then the publicity policies and procedures, the second sentence where it says prior approval by the Recreation Commission is needed by instructors, volunteers for final approval of all program materials. I don't know, it just felt like it was odd wording, but now I just read it again and it sounds fine. And then in that same paragraph where it lists all the different like promotional things, I feel like they should provide us the cost of how much all that stuff is gonna cost us. So maybe just add at the end of that, like with expected cost for these above mentioned, or like where it says the following measures are standards for promotional purposes. Please provide, or expected cost should be provided something like that.
We should also add social media to that list of.
Oh, yeah. That's good, yep. Social media. Okay. And then under participants' code of conduct, I thought that was really good. Everything in there was, I thought, spot on. And then I just mentioned like maybe, the disciplinary code kind of goes in turn with that. And then I would just say in the disciplinary code section where it says like second offense in an age appropriate time out and parent notification of offense, that seems extremely outdated. So I don't think it should be like this shouldn't be geared towards children only. It should be geared towards all residents of the town. So like where it says like the third offense will result in a call to the parent asking that child to be taken home. Like what if this isn't, because like now we're doing adult leagues and stuff, you're not going to call their parent. Right. So just kind of make it age appropriate for all. And then in the event of in the program supervisor, we've been using the term instructor or volunteer. So I'd, change that instead of saying supervisor, program instructor, just to keep it kind of standard. Same with the next couple sentences where it says supervisor, change that to instructor or volunteer. And then just finding these appendixes. That's kind of all I had for it. Does anybody else have anything to add for that page? No? Everything else looks okay? All right. Okay, then we're down to one page. So we will move that to a later date, and then we're almost there, and then, and Brian's here too. Okay. Okay, let me see if my thingy's working. Okay. Oh, and Melissa's here. Hi, Melissa. Okay, so I'm just going to say, let the record show that at 6:38 we had both Brian and Melissa join via Zoom. Okay. 6:38. Okay. Cool. Okay. So now we're going to move on to adult recreation update and discussion for kickball. I sent out that email to everybody just saying like, hey, we're still working on getting finalized details. Norton baseball, softball registration is closed. So I think we're just still waiting to hear back on field options so that we can, have that ready for the May meeting, because I think we're probably going to try a summer league and hopefully get people signed up then. I'll wait for Melissa to come in for the over 30 basketball and women's over 30 softball. And then does anybody have any other adult recreation league updates and discussions?
So this wasn't techno-stupid, this was just stupid.
No, that's okay. Okay, so Melissa joined us in person actually at 6:39. So I'm just going to say 6:39 in person. Melissa. Cool.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. Do you have anything for the recreation over 30? I know we're doing a spring one. That's fantastic.
We've got spring 2, starts right after April vacation. I have 9 people signed up for that one already. That's that. I had notes somewhere.
Take your time.
I got them right there too. Sorry. I just heard back on kickball. We have Friday nights, so I can work with you to get that all going.
Cool.
And then we can pump that out. So we'll have Friday nights all summer, I think. Spring and
Nice.
summer.
Nice. Do you know what field?
Everett Leonard.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Over 30. I don't have the numbers on this current over 30 basketball session. But again, we made money again.
Nice.
Women's over 30 softball registration just ended Monday. And I reached out again to see where they are. They thought they were doing well. But I don't know anything about that one. They're just kind of
Working
doing
on
their
it.
own thing and kind of leaving me out for right now. Here's minutes to sign.
Perfect.
Here's past minutes.
Okay.
And that's all I had for rec updates.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Does anybody else have anything for Adult Recreation League updates and discussion? Okay. And then spring events and brainstorming. Brian, do you have any update on the fish event? Brian, are you able to? Oh, you're off mute, but I can't hear you if you're talking. Oh, microphone issues. Okay, we'll move on to a different thing and we can bring that back. Okay, what do we have next?
Spring egg
Oh,
hunt wrap
back
up.
on to you. Yep.
Of course it is.
We can move on to something
This
else.
one
if
is
you-
for you.
Oh, most of it's all you anyways.
Let's see, spring egg hunt wrap up. We did over 4,300 eggs were put out. Thank you to my volunteers. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I didn't see you with the kids there. Let's see. The Girl Scouts helped. Wheaton was great again. All we did was, for sponsorships, I just got gift cards this time because I still had money left over from the Halloween parade intake.
Yep.
So I figured instead of asking again for something, we had the money, let's use it
Yep.
and do something.
Nice.
Couple thoughts for next year. Wanted to toss this out there. We don't have to vote or anything. We just toss it out. We can talk about it again. Do we want to move it to the athletic fields? It's a thought. I talked to facilities and that they would be welcome to have us. We would just need to book it out early, which we can do. One of the things with pros and cons, no goose poop if we move it over. Con is we've kind of got a nice relationship with Wheaton. So let's think about that and kind of mull
Yeah.
that over a little bit. The other thing I was thinking of is instead of spring egg hunt, I'm stealing this from somebody else, they do the egg extravaganza. So the Norton egg extravaganza, that way we don't have people kind of snip snapping that we're not calling it the holiday Easter egg. I said it. The Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
And I was gonna, somebody else, another town does Peter Cottontail instead of the bunny. Just a couple things to make it a little bit more inclusive and not so, what do they call it at the middle school? The holiday, the non-denominational holiday something. So just a couple things to think about for that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
like that too, because I'm sure some people showed up assuming they're gonna have to like look, hunt for the eggs every
Yeah.
day for them.
Yeah,
And it's not so much for hiding them.
Right.
yeah. Sorry, guys, I don't know how to turn this.
It's okay.
There we go. So that's kind of thoughts and feedback for that. I like
Yeah.
that. That was that. Anybody, do you guys have any comments on the egg hunt? Any thoughts?
No gum in the little.
Yes, you said that.
That's, I think, the only complaint I heard the entire time I was there.
Yeah. There definitely was no complaints about the amount of eggs. Like
Okay.
nobody, I mean, kids were taking more than 10 and the parents were pretty good. Like I heard most parents, they were like, stop, that's 10, stop, that's 10. But then there were still so many eggs left.
Exactly.
So it was like, it was okay.
Yeah.
I
think we had less kids than we did last year.
think we had less with the 7 and 8-year-olds than we did last year and more for the 2 and 3-year-olds.
Okay.
For some reason I noticed there were, but that's also tough because a lot of them it might be 1, 2 or 3-year-old, but then they bring their parents and grandparents, so
So
you really
maybe it
couldn't
looks
tell.
more- yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay. Any other thoughts on the egg hunt? Okay.
Oh, and then just with the face painting, make
Yes,
sure.
cut the line and more face painters.
Yeah, cut the line at face painting, because what time did you end up leaving? Like 4,
o'clock.
5 o'clock? Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, those people stayed till the very,
Good.
very end. I
Well,
was like, oh my
thank
God.
you to our lovely face painters.
Yes.
They did fantastic, and we're taking all sorts of requests
Yes.
for the kids. So, yeah, maybe just cut the face painters off and maybe limit what the designs are.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't
and
want to
get
limit
more.
the creativity, but just limit the design
And
options.
get more face painters. We had
Right.
more last year.
Right.
We would have had more the prior weekend, but.
Yeah.
Okay, so restaurant fundraiser. I know we've tried to do this, and then it kind of gets lost in translation. Does somebody just want to take it, book stuff every other month, and we can just kind of go with it? I don't think we necessarily need to vote on it every time. Anybody interested in handling that one? Anyone? Okay.
I don't mind doing it if nobody else wants to do it. That's fine. I can't get in touch with certain
And then we skip them.
businesses.
Then we'll just skip
Okay.
them. That's
Okay.
fine. Okay.
If not, I'm going to the businesses and I'm just gonna stand there and wait till I get a
Skip-
response.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a list that I kind of came up
Yeah,
with. So I can
if you do,
give
perfect.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, restaurant fundraiser, spring cleanup. We have a spring cleanup coming May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Yeah, it's been that kind of day.
I was just watching The Mandalorian before I came here, so don't
Been
even.
that kind of a day. I'm working on the flyer. I'm just waiting on one more piece of information as to where we're going to do the check-in.
Okay.
I'm hoping to have that out by Monday. You can sign up on my website, on our website, Park and Rec website. We're just asking for people to sign up so we know who's coming, where they are, where we can pick up all the stuff. I have a meeting tomorrow, so I'll have more details on that I can shoot you guys. I'll shoot you the flyer. Christine and I talked to Keep Massachusetts Beautiful about starting a chapter, and that seemed doable.
Yeah.
So we'll continue to work on that one. Any questions on that? Anybody?
No.
Okay.
Group
else?
outings.
Group outings. Oh, this is like the restaurant fundraisers. Anybody kind of thinking, and I've seen other parks and rec departments do it, is where they get group tickets, and a lot of them you can just order online, and it doesn't have to be like any work from the department.
Okay.
Where we offer group tickets to the whole town. Like anybody want to go to the Woo Sox, the P Bruins, the Red Sox, anything like that. So I've seen other towns do it. I was just wondering if somebody wants to call and kind of like get the information and maybe like see if that's something we can do. I don't necessarily want to have to buy tickets to then resell, because we can't do that.
Right.
But if they can block a section of tickets off for us and then people just buy it through their link, that would be awesome.
Okay. Would that be like a fundraiser for us?
Some
or
of
is it
them are,
just-
or
okay.
it's just a wash. It's just kind of a nice thing to
Okay.
do. And if it's just basically us promoting it, just block of tickets and they go and buy it online, and
Yeah.
it's just something else to add to our array of
It'd be nice
what
to
we're-
do like a Revs game since that's local.
Oh, that's right. I didn't think of a Revs.
Like Worcester's
Yeah.
awesome, but it's further. But Revs would be good. What other ones have
Who
you
do I
like
think?
heard?
Woo Sox, P Bruins, Red Sox, Celtics,
Bruins is
although I
good.
don't think Celtics do group tickets. Bruins, I know the Patriots don't do group tickets. FMC ice skating in Raynham and Taunton, see if they do. I know in the past we've done Learn to Skate,
Okay.
but see how to set that up, because
Right.
again, I think that's a pass through. We promote it and then they do it. And then Blue Hill Skiing also does it. Again, that one's expensive, but I think that's also a pass through. I just don't have the time to make the phone calls, so if somebody could make the phone calls and just get back to us.
I can check.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, if you have a list.
I do.
Ones you already
Ready to
listed.
pass it right
Yeah.
off.
There you go. There you go. Excellent. Group outings, capital improvement plan. I think Christine handed that out to. Is that what it is? Yes.
Sam, could you send that to them too?
And what this one is, and we gotta add.
That's
the
coming
parks
to
in
you
there,
and
but this is probably
Brian and
not the
Paige
year
via Sam again.
to add the parks in there. This is very, very basic, and what I was trying to do is, because we have some costs that are they don't happen annually, so I was trying more so for me to kind of put things in there when I know they're gonna need to be replaced, so that I'm not sitting there trying to figure out like the wood chips, when did I do the wood chips? So this is kind of what we're looking at for the next couple years in terms of, what's going to need replacing. Things are old, and I was trying to space stuff out. I've put in a capital request for this year, but again, I don't know how that's going to go because there's there's no nothing.
Yeah.
There's no nothing.
What's the amount? Do you know the amount for the request for this year? For the May meeting, right?
Capital is different. Capital is anything over 10 grand, and that goes
Okay.
to the capital committee. And I think I asked for like 11,000, but that was a lot of the stuff from 2025
Okay.
to cover that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, $11,030. That covers everything in line 25.
Okay.
I don't know where that stands. I haven't gotten an update.
Okay.
As for the budget for Park and Rec for next fiscal year that they're all talking about with FinCom and the budget that's going there, I believe it's a 1% increase over what I had this year, which is less than what I asked for. But this may help if the capital goes through, that may help some of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's all kind of in flux right now.
Right.
When I have a better handle on what's going on with the budget, I'm happy to try and explain to the best of my knowledge what
Yep.
we have, and let's put that on the May. We'll know what's going on.
Okay.
So we can continue that piece over there.
Got it.
If you have ideas or thoughts for the capital thing, let me know. I'm happy to add stuff in there that I didn't think of. Let me know what you're thinking, and we'll work on your list too. Yeah, that's my stuff.
All right. Brian, were you able to get audio? Sorry, caught you at a bad time.
Are you eating your dinner?
All right. So I know you messaged. Ooh, yummy.
Ooh, I like those.
Holding up some pretzels.
Pretzels. Yep. Regarding the fishing tournament, right now I talked to the North Attleboro Fish Hatchery. There's some concern about having it in June based on the water temperature. The trout won't live in anything above 55 degrees. I talked to John Thomas from the Conservation Commission. We don't have a record of the water temperatures in the bogs at the water department, so we don't have any historical data as to what it would be. So Conservation Commission is meeting next week, so there's a chance I might still try to get this whole thing through to them in order for them to approve the clearing of the bogs. But honestly, right now it's looking like this is going to be a fall event if we can make it happen.
Okay.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Hey.
Thank you for pushing that, because it sounds great. I know you're excited about it. There's a lot of us here that would be excited about it. I'm sure there's a lot of people in town that are excited about it. So thank you.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good event.
Yeah.
And Brian, a fall event is better than no event, so thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
That's right.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. Discussion on refund policies. Which did I pass that out?
I think so.
Did I hide it in mine?
Yep. Finances, you have it.
Sam, when you
No,
get a
I wrote it.
chance,
Oh.
could I have you the refund policy one
Good
too?
job.
Is that the stapled one?
Finances.
Oh, where it says finance at the top. That's coming over to you, Brian and Paige now. Slow.
Yep,
Going with the stapled.
the stapled ones.
Or yours is not. Oh, perfect. So you can take easier pictures.
Do you have it?
Yes.
Okay, all right, there we go. Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
Oh,
this is not mine.
refund, okay, sorry.
You're good.
So this was, I took the refund and the budget process from the, policies and procedures, handbook, manual,
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
yeah, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Whatever, that we were working on, and so if you wanna table this, we can move this to later too. Just because when we had worked on it before, it didn't quite jive with what we were actually doing in practice.
There's a lot of scribbled out
Yeah,
notes and stuff
so
saying. Yeah,
I
no.
kind of redid it, I ran it by downstairs.
Mhm.
They were good with this, so what I did was I did the current wording as to what's in there
Mhm.
now, and the proposed new wording based on some of the changes we had, and then some of what I'm actually doing
Mhm.
in actual practice.
Yeah.
Same for program fees and same for the refund policy. So look it over. If you want to add this to
We'll put
go
it
over
to-
that next time,
yeah,
or
we'll put it
however
on
you
the-
want to do it, that's.
Yeah. So now that we
That's
have the
fine.
document, what we'll do, and Melissa, since you have the probably digital version of this,
Yep.
just send it to all of us.
Okay.
If you could just email it,
Yep.
that way everybody has it, and then we'll continue the discussion for the May meeting. And again, that's gonna be, so for the May meeting, we'll have the budget process discussion.
Refund
Or
and
we'll-
budget process.
Oh, okay, they're together. Okay, so I'll
Yep.
just add them in the same line for the May one. Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right. And then does the discussion of the 2024 budget kind of go with,
Yep,
okay,
then we'll have a handle on what we're actually getting instead of
got it,
3% actual ask level funding, yeah.
got it. Okay. Now, swim class pricing.
I think we did this at the last meeting, didn't we vote to increase it?
I don't think we did.
Oh, we didn't,
No.
Okay.
I think it was one of the ones we tabled. There were only a couple
Okay.
things.
okay.
I think it was on the agenda.
I think it was.
I have it circled.
So what it is right now we have,
Yeah,
swim-
that was tabled.
swim classes don't make money for us. You think they do at just having to cover the lifeguard costs, but they don't really when you look at all the fixed costs in there. Hey, Peter.
Hey, it was Christina again.
So right now it's $110. I was proposing $120. Still, we won't break even at that, but it's slightly closer. And I think if we continue to work on promoting the events, promoting the swim lessons, that will help. The number of swimmers will go up and the price goes up. It helps offset the deficit a little bit. But to make it break even, I think it's like $150, and we can't go from 110 to 150. That's just not reasonable. So I'm kind of proposing 120 if we're all good with that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because you said it was 110.
110.
To
And I don't
120,
know when
yeah.
the last time was increased. I can't find that.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to think if we did it when Frank was the director. I think
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
I think we did everything else but swim.
But that one,
Yeah.
you know what? That actually sounds right because we did increase we increased like the Everett Leonard Park rental fees
Yep.
and stuff. But yeah, I don't know if we tackled. So I think that was it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many classes is it for 120?
Swim lessons are 2-week sessions. Yeah, so one session is 2 weeks, Monday through Thursday, for an hour each, or 45 minutes each time, and then we save Fridays for a rain date in case we need it. So they're getting 8 45-minute classes. So still cheap compared to like swim. Frank takes his kids somewhere in Attleboro. It's a swim.
The goldfish.
Yes, and that's like $175, and it's like more than 6 kids, and it's, so anyway, we're a good deal. So bring your kid. Drop them off for the hour, swing back around.
Okay. So the chair would look favorably upon a motion to increase the 2024 swim class price from $110 to $120 for the 2-week session. Is there a motion?
Motion to increase?
Melissa,
if-
what did you say that it needed to be in order to break even?
Off the top of my head, I think it's like 145, 150 maybe to break even with 36 swimmers. Because each session.
So in order to
Go
shoot
ahead.
ourselves in the hole for next year, should we go a little higher rather than just a $10 increase, which is less than a 10% increase? You know, that way next year we're not looking at it that it's $175 at our cost, and we don't want to go up more than $10, and at that point we're at 130.
Sure, I mean, we could do,
So I'm throwing it out there, and you know, I understand that it's, you know, we're you know, town program and not a private program, so we have
yep.
to
I
try to
would,
make it available
I
for
think-
everybody, but
no, I agree, because I was looking at it. I would be comfortable with 125.
yeah.
I don't really want to go much higher, because then we're walking that fine line of losing swimmers and still digging ourselves in a hole.
Right. Okay.
Motion approved 25.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Okay, so
All in favor?
Well, no, I
Oh,
gotta do
sorry.
roll call. You're good. Okay, so Brian.
Okay. Yep, here.
Okay, Paige,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Emily,
Yes.
Josh,
Yes.
and I myself, and a yes. So the new
Excellent.
swim price will be 125 for the year 2024. All right.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you. I'm just, like I said, it's not so much this year, it's just next year. If things continue as they are, I don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot for next year.
Yep,
Right.
no, you're
And I
right.
think 25 is still $50 less than 175 or whatever Frank said he's paying.
Right. Okay. Anything else for the 2024 swim class pricing? I always forget to ask that. Okay, discussion on commission goals. So I don't even remember when, maybe January. I said that if anybody has like wish list goals for the department as a whole or the commission as a goal, if you could think of those or send them to me. So at this time, does anybody have any like goal? It's not, of course, they're goals. They're not, or dreams, I guess we could call it that.
I have
So
it up too.
if anybody has any ideas or any things that they want to get done, I know we've talked about a couple things, but does anybody have any that they know about the top of their head?
What's the criteria for 2024?
Yeah, it would be, well, I know we're already into April, but yeah, either 2024 or even long-term goals. You know, where it's just kind of goals in general, what we want to see of the commission or what we want to see of the department, or things we want to accomplish as the commission and with the department. Like for example,
I
oh,
know
go ahead.
When we started talking about this, there was question about what areas of Norton we're responsible for.
Mhm.
So have we come up with like a list of what exactly, which pieces of land fall under?
Under Park and Rec is the Birchall Complex, the baseball fields on Plain. Lions Field, which is,
One inch time fourth on Plain Street.
thank you,
It's on Dean Street.
it's on Dean Street, and the Tricentennial Park, which is in front of the middle school. Those are the three that I'm technically responsible for.
But who's in charge of Parcel Park?
Don't know,
Somebody has to.
somebody is, but
That's what
it's
I'm
not
thinking,
me.
is there's so much
Parcel Park. I will ask
small
John, he will
areas of
know.
land that I don't know.
Hey, Brian, would you mind muting? Because there's a echo and I can't hear anything.
Yeah, so
Thanks.
maybe getting some sort of
Like an official.
like yeah, or like a directory, I guess, of something. Like even just if there's a way to like list all the open space / park /
We have one. I can get that for us for next time. It's,
Okay.
the Open Space Committee is working on that as well.
oh, okay, so
I can get that.
there you go. Or yeah, that's good. So we'll just keep bringing that up though, so
Yep.
we you know
Yeah, because I'd even want to like take a drive around town and like go to all these areas and look at them and see
Yep.
what
if there's any ideas come to mind of
Yeah.
what can be done.
right.
Because there is the Open Space Committee that is putting together a new open space plan. So we're looking at all the town properties and all that kind of stuff. So this is right up that alley. So
Yeah.
I can get you that.
And then
list.
just labeling whose is what, like who's LPS,
Yeah.
who's
I
conservation.
mean, Norton with all of the different
Yeah, just color them.
departments and everything.
Right, just
Yeah.
color them different colors.
Like, even the baseball fields, like Lee Birchall, if we wanted to change something, we can't change anything there, because
It's
that's our
leased.
land.
If he,
It's Select Board owns it, I believe, but I manage it. I don't know. There's a bunch of
Yeah,
there's
you
a
get-
bunch of wonky
Yeah, that's
things.
strange that you're
Yeah.
in charge of that.
Right. So those are
Gonna do it.
questions we'd want to
Yeah.
get answered,
Yep.
and like you said, if there was something we'd want to like say like we wanted to be like, hey, we want to add something to Birchall.
Yep.
Even if
Can
you
we-
wanted to use it,
Right.
It's
Something
really,
like
it's
that.
really nice. It's maintained it's the nicest piece of property in Norton.
It's a lease, right now it's a lease agreement between Park and Rec and NYBS, Norton Youth Baseball, NYB, baseball, softball. And the lease agreement is they have exclusive rights to use it and they maintain it. So that's why it's nice.
Yeah.
They put a lot of money into
Yeah,
it and
they-
they do a lot of work with it, so.
Right.
They also maintain Lions and some, on the lower tier is Everett Leonard baseball field too. So, but they didn't get their cleanup this year, cause it's doing what it's doing now.
Yeah, it doesn't stop.
It doesn't ever stop lately, so.
Like one of the things that I want to get done, and I'm hoping between fundraising and maybe just a little bit out of the budget if possible, but more fundraising, is getting benches at Everett Leonard for the basketball court.
Okay,
That's one of my goals, like, because you mentioned
Yeah.
that. I think that was one of, honestly, I think it was literally your first day, or first meeting we had, and you mentioned that, and I was like, there's no benches, and then I went there one day, I'm like, where do people sit? Where do people put their stuff? Like, just on the ground? I mean, on the
No,
ground's
they-
fine.
They pull a picnic table out from underneath the pavilion and put
See,
it
yeah,
out there.
why? Now you're at risk of damaging that picnic table, and that's gonna cost more than if you just had benches there,
Yeah.
so.
It's on my
Okay.
list.
So that's like so that's like a goal that we could look forward to
It's on your list.
doing, stuff like that. So, other goals or dreams? I know yours was partially getting the maintenance program.
Yeah, we definitely need to do something, but we talked about it
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. We
Yeah.
walked around and looked at everything, and
Yeah.
there's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Didn't
I
know
mean,
where you'd start.
yeah, I know that's honestly sometimes
Yeah,
the
it's just-
toughest
yeah,
part.
it's like-
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, you two are the experts, I would say, of more experts than most of us in what needs to get done in the areas. Just fake it till you make it. It's fine.
Trying. Clearly, I didn't do well today.
Good.
Clearly.
So yeah, that's like one of the, that's another thing that we can have as a goal. We don't have to these don't have to be written in stone, but it's just, these are things that we want to work towards getting accomplished. And then maybe some day down the line, we will have hard set goals, like each year we put on a goal for next year, this is what we want to get done. But this is just the beginning brainstorming of getting that future idea there. Brian or Paige, do you have any other goals or dreams?
I know this is lofty, but I would love to have some kind of a community garden at some point.
Ooh.
I know.
I like it.
It's
That's- I
huge.
like that.
That's a good idea.
But it doesn't even have to be huge. I know I thought I heard,
Mansfield is small.
yeah, Mansfield's
Yeah,
small.
Small.
I thought I heard there was, maybe I was dreaming this. I'm gonna look this up before I say this out loud. But I thought I saw somebody was working on doing something like that.
Yep, it was Joseph
Okay.
Cabral who's put together a project near the J.C. Solomon School.
Right, that's what I heard.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Right.
Somebody's trying to put in a community, they're gonna try to farm the back fields behind J.C. Solomony's school. And I believe part of the agreement is they're gonna put a community garden for everybody to use out front.
Yeah. But
That's
that's
awesome.
yeah, but that's also something still that, like, if I don't know who's truly involved in it or if it's still in the beginning phases, that's something I feel like Parks and, well, no, you're not Parks and Rec, but the Recreation Commission, don't want to throw more things on your plate, but like the Recreation Commission could get involved in with helping, because
Yep.
it goes, gardening is recreating, so.
Yep, I can. There is talk of that. It's in the initial phases.
Yep.
If you put it on the agenda, I can get an update for next time as to where we are on that
You
one.
got it.
Because that could be in process if all the pieces fall in place.
Yeah. Okay. Brian, any goals or dreams related to the Recreation Commission or Parks and Rec?
I think he's good.
Sorry, I'm not talking, I'm just thinking.
That's
Oh.
okay.
No, I think that I haven't seen it in writing yet, so I think bringing, our vision of that, what do we call it, the Halloween bash,
Oh, the Monster Mash?
Halloween parade.
Yep.
So I think that's kind of our next, like, it'd be cool if we could make it happen.
Yeah, definitely. I know I have that on the agenda because Frank asked at the December meeting to put that on the
Yep.
May agenda, and I already had the May agenda drafted
Oh, it's actually
just
in writing. All
just for him. Yep. So that'll be that's on the agenda for next. I'm pretty sure I have it for the May one next month. So we can start the initial brainstorming of that. So yeah,
It'll be more realistic this year where we're not picking up candy for the
right.
entire afternoon after.
Right. We could actually have like somewhere to gather, like you said, and I love the idea of having somewhere to gather. The kids are already wearing their costumes, make it like a safe space that people can just hang out, relax, have music or something. I'm here for that. So we'll start brainstorming next meeting. All right, anybody else? Anything else for discussion on commission goals? No? All right. And then discussion on other fundraiser ideas. Paige, I'll let you update us on what you were working on.
Yeah, thank you. So I would like to propose popping and serving popcorn at the town meeting on May 13th. And I have reached out to Christine and Melissa just so I could see what we might need for the meeting to talk about it. So I reached out to Lucia and Mike Units, and Mike did not get back to me, but Lucia did, and she didn't say anything about it going against town meeting laws or anything, and to reach out to the superintendent. So I emailed Dr. O'Neill. I have not heard back from her yet, but I did speak with Jack Conway, the town moderator. He's showing support for the idea, and he messaged her as well, and she did respond to him, showing support, but I want to hear back from her directly.
Okay.
And so that's kind of all the info I have currently, but there are some people that would be willing to donate their popcorn machines, and I'm sure we could get some volunteers to help clean up if there was any mess or anything like that or a concern like that at the school. But I think it could be good to fundraise some money and people could snack because it's probably going to be a really long meeting.
Can you go back? You mentioned you
Well,
talked
that
to
idea.
Jack. You talked to Jack Conway, and did you say he
showed support and he pinged to Dr. O'Neill and she seemed okay with it in response to him, but I'm waiting to hear back from
Okay,
her.
that's what I thought you said. I just wasn't sure. Okay.
Yes.
So would our only expenses be like bags and popcorn kernels essentially?
I think that we can get a donation for the bags.
Okay.
The expenses would just be popcorn, and then I can even see if we could get donation of like mini waters or something to also sell.
Okay.
And then we could talk about like pricing and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because we at least have the next meeting too, to discuss
Right,
this.
which will
So
be like 2 weeks before.
right, and I think
Yep.
we'll have plenty of time to gather supplies and stuff, and we can always
Yeah, so I would get all the info and data so it's ready to go for that meeting,
yeah.
Okay.
and then we can pull the trigger. I would like to do it for like little to no cost, and then I don't know. I know that we've talked about Founders Day here and there. I don't know if we want to say like, hey, this is going to go to a certain program, or this is just going to go generally to Parks and Rec. So that's something to think about.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much we would get. I don't think we're going to get thousands of dollars.
Right. But even, I mean, we've done restaurant fundraisers where we make like $50, and that's $50 we didn't have before.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
Right.
totally. So if we could do this, if we could get the bags donated, if we could get waters donated, or even if it was just minimal cost.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And then like I'm happy to pop
I know, and like,
and sell.
yeah, and even breaking even is still good because at least it's there the first time, and then people will be
Yeah, if
like,
we set the precedent, then we could, it could kind
Yeah.
of be a thing.
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah.
Can you ask the people who have the popcorn popper what kind of popcorn we need?
Yes,
I-
I know that it's like the bulk kernels, but I will check because I think the PTAs all have popcorn machines too, and we might need more than one.
And when I did it at the LG, it's a packet with the popcorn and the oil and the butter and all that kind of stuff
All together.
all together, and you just cut it and put it in. But I don't know. Every popper is a little different, so I don't want to.
I was gonna say, sometimes they require different sized kernels too.
Exactly. So if you could find out what they
Okay,
need,
good
then
to
we
know.
could at least research how much that
we
would
have an
be.
idea in terms of cost for it. Yeah, and it would be
Yep.
nice if they all had the same thing. Okay, yeah, I'll get all that.
And
I just
who,
wanted to make sure that it was even possible before.
yeah. And who knows, this could actually bring more people to coming to town meetings. So we could be doing more than we think.
Yes, totally.
Paige, this is an amazing idea. I absolutely love it. The popcorn machines at the soccer stand on Saturday mornings are like the most profitable thing we have there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
See, we could do cotton candy events. I'm just kidding.
We're gonna be caterers.
Yeah.
Good idea. Love the idea because town meeting's getting good on so people can have a bite to eat, make some popcorn. And my idea before the town meeting is having late lunch, early dinner at a restaurant in Norton.
Yep. That's a good plan. That is a good plan.
Awesome. All right. Does anybody have any other fundraiser ideas that we could possibly look into doing for this year or the future?
Just so everybody knows, I got the sponsorship stuff ready.
Nice.
I'm just waiting for the online payment portion of it, but the website's already. Did you pass these out?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the flyers. It has the grid on the back. It's all the same information on the website, which is the Park and Rec. If you go to the Parks and Rec website, the first blurb on the left is become a sponsor. And then that explains all of this stuff, and it gives you register options, so you can click on that and go to a Google document to do all your information and submit your logo and all that kind of stuff. You'll be able to pay online on that once I get that set up. I thought I had emailed them, but it was sitting in my draft box and I never hit send. So I'll get that up shortly, but we can email this out. I have a logo that's going to go on the website with a QR code. I learned QR codes today. So all that's ready to go. So hopefully that'll generate some money too. But then again, everybody is asking for money now, so who knows what we'll get.
Right.
But we can get in the mix with everybody else. So
I think the only thing that isn't on this right now that we had mentioned is adding any amount option at the top.
oh, that's right. It's on the website.
Okay, it's on
where
the
it
website.
says other amount.
Okay.
And anybody, you can just put that in as well.
Perfect. And then the only other thing was making the beginning say like families can also donate.
Okay.
Individuals or families,
Okay.
just to make it obviously we're promoting businesses because they have more monies, but families also want to donate too.
Yeah.
Would you make that its own section, like individual and family, and then any amount?
I think it would be, there was a spot that I had it. Kind of like local businesses, these sponsorships. Maybe before all sponsorships are tax deductible, so it's a win-win for your business. Or maybe, it could just be like a new paragraph and just say like,
Yep.
families are also welcome, individuals and families are also welcome to donate, and then that's when you can mention that there's any,
Yep. I can
Spot.
do that. I will update that tomorrow and send that out to you guys.
cool.
If you send this to anybody, just shoot me an email so we can keep track of who's sending it where, so that we're not hitting them multiple times. I'll put it out on Facebook and all that kind of stuff so everybody will see it. But if you have an individual contact, just let me know so I'm not hitting them up again and they're like, what the heck, don't these
Yeah.
people talk to each other?
All right.
Any other fundraiser ideas? Oh, I did have one. Because I spy on every other park and rec department. One of them does a town, let me see if I explain this, a town-wide yard sale day. So everybody does their own yard sale at their own house. And they pay a fee, like $20, $25, I don't remember what it is. But then the park and rec department puts together a map of where all the yard sales are on that one day.
Could we do like a super easy little yard sign too?
And
Everyone
they
get
did
one?
this place, I think it's Rockland. They do they do signs, but the signs can be expensive. So I was thinking like purple balloons.
Oh,
Those are relatively cheap, and everybody gets a purple balloon or two to put on their mailbox. So that's a visual cue that there's a yard sale here. Do we
Mm.
think that would fly? Good, bad?
I like that.
Love it.
Love it?
That's a good idea.
Yard
The
sale.
mayor says it's a good idea.
Yeah, I would, go
I don't
ahead.
know about stealing this from historical, but they do that like swap meet thing or whatever they do.
The
all
flea
yard sale
market?
at
Flea
the
market.
Yeah, the flea
What if
market.
we did that at Everett Leonard, which would be 4 times the size of
Mm.
historical?
Yeah. I was just trying not to, I was trying to think of something different, like I've thought of that one, but I don't wanna step on anyone's toes of taking their own,
Oh, yeah.
but,
I agree, yeah, you don't wanna steal their idea.
Yeah.
What if we tried to work with someone doing something like that and had our townwide yard sale the same day, so you could go to that flea market, but then you
ooh,
could
that's a good
also
idea.
just drive around.
Yeah. Okay. And that, who does that, the Historical Society?
Yeah.
I mean, even what if we did it with them and we did Everett Leonard and they have a small percentage
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever they get from it, I don't
Yeah.
even know what they get from it.
Right. Go ahead, Brian.
I think the possibility of doing a 5K that we've talked about doing. Right now, the Open Spaces Committee is working on connecting Camp Finberg to Edith Reed, and if we did that, we would actually have like the parking capacity and everything else to do. Probably would approximately be a 5K if we did it, and it would be a run through the woods. So,
Ooh,
and
I
it would
like
need
that.
Zero police attention because we wouldn't be blocking off any roads.
Yeah.
Yep, it's Edith Reed to Finberg, right?
Edith Reed to Finberg and back. No.
No.
I'd go Finberg, Edith Reed and back.
Okay,
That way you have the parking at Finberg.
yeah. That is on my wish list too, a 5K somehow. Oh, I got you right here. Can you hear me? Brian, can you still hear us? Oop, there we go. Brian? What happened? Uh-oh. Paige, can you hear us? We lost Christine's phone, but this is mine. Can you guys hear us? I'm muted?
Oh, join audio.
Oh. There we go. I got it. Again, still techno stupid.
Sorry, my phone died.
Now we can hear you.
So when I joined when I was in the car, you guys couldn't hear me?
I didn't
No.
know you were.
Because Paige, I waved when I went by your corner.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
I was trying to tell you guys from the car, I'm coming, I'm sorry, I thought it was at 7. Okay, so we'll put a 5K either Edith Reed or Finberg or just a 5K in general on the kind of wish list fundraising idea.
Right.
Yeah, I'm thinking Finberg to Edith Reed to back because Finberg has better parking.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
There-
And right now they're working on connecting the two. They were illegal. They were connected through an illegal property. Open Spaces right now, along with some people from the high school, are working on connecting them through legally. So
Yep.
it all
Good call, I
and-
like that.
minimal overhead. We don't have to block off any roads.
Right.
Yep,
We would have to get into coordination with Finberg though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we could
Okay.
say that's something easy to save for the fall too, because I mean, obviously we can't do anything until it's actually connected. But I think like if we that'd be cool to have in the fall, so it's not like sweltering hot.
Or we could
Yeah.
tie that to Founder's Day, which is going to be April 2025, and do it in the morning of Founder's Day.
Yeah, I think it all depends on once this gets connected. Yeah, because I mean, you can always do 2.
Yeah, could do that too.
Well, right now everything's flooded, so Edith Reed and everything's not very passable.
True.
Yeah, good point.
But we'll
Who-
keep that in the works.
Yeah, I like that. Good call on that one.
Yeah, that changes quickly though.
At this rate, it won't dry out till August.
Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you need have anything else?
I just have one silly idea.
No silly ideas.
No silly ideas.
They're always
If we
awesome.
were to buy a jumpy house for Everett Leonard, it'd be an option when they rented Everett Leonard, they could also rent the Jumpy House, and then once the Jumpy House was paid for, which I feel like wouldn't take that long,
Yeah.
it would just be constant profit. And
Yeah.
I feel like, so I just don't know if like insurance is gonna like it, or if we're gonna have to have like somebody there the whole time, or
Rainy day.
nobody will even notice, and I just feel, I feel like you could generate a lot of, every kid wants a Jumpy House, I feel like every time you rented it, you could add another whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my girls, every time we rent it, I think it's like close to $400 to
Yeah.
rent it for 24 hours.
Yep,
Yep.
I can look into that. I'm not sure insurance legal will like that one
I
though.
don't, yeah, that's the only thing, but you
That's
see
the
them
only thing.
everywhere. like,
Right.
there's
Yeah.
tons of times where my kids are in, there's nobody watching it at all, so.
Yeah.
Right. And it's still something to look into, because if we don't know the info, we can't say it's a good or bad idea until we actually do
Right.
the research
Yeah,
about it.
no,
So
that's a good idea.
So again, no silly ideas. That was actually a really good idea. So.
Heck, at this, guys, at this point, any idea is a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, because like you said, say it's like, I don't know, $4,000 to buy, I don't know what it costs, but let's say it's $4,000, and you say, hey, it's an additional, I don't know, $100. You don't need that many people.
Right.
My math isn't there, but
Right.
you know, not that many rentals to pay it off. Even if it takes a year or two, you have that Jumpy House for probably 10 years or so.
Yep,
As long as you took care of it and cleaned it out and
Yeah.
Right.
yep.
Right.
stored it so the mice wouldn't destroy it.
Yeah.
I'm working on that. At your house.
I had one having babies in my kitchen the other day.
Oh, good.
Aww.
No.
No, sound like my girls. Oh,
That's so cute. I like it.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
They're so gross. All right. Does anybody have any other fundraiser ideas? All right. So what I'll do is I can keep this as a running like item in our like old business, and then as we come up with ideas, I'll like put them on there. And then if we just have nothing to update, that's fine. Nothing to update. Don't be pressured that your idea that was on there is there. But that way, people can be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, now I have a different one. Something like that. Just keep it going. Okay. Any other business to talk about today? No? All right. Well, our next meeting is May 1st, 2024. It'll be kind of like this. Got a lot to talk about, but we flew through pretty quick. Melissa will send out the items, the two things to update the sponsorship opportunity forms, and the finance rewording. So everybody can take a look at that. And I think that's pretty much it between now and then, because we don't have any other events between now and then, because the cleanup will be after that. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. The chair will look favorably upon a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn today's meeting?
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All right. So, Paige.
Yes.
Okay. Brian.
I
Sam. Emily.
Yes.
Josh.
Yes.
And I'm also a yes. So the meeting is adjourned at 7:29. All right. Have a
Awesome.
good